see, you doubted it. It was the best tournament ever. The NBA's forever changed.
LeBron, get out of here. Woo, that felt good.
Maybe the MVP of this show when you think about it. You know who I'm talking about.
Thank goodness we're finally talking about Will Smith and not in the capacity that we've been talking about Will Smith.
I'd love to see Tay-Tay go on a run for the whole second half of the show.
It's like the Sopranos in there. You can't trust anybody in that locker room.
Who's in worse shape at this moment? The Kansas City Chiefs or the Philadelphia Eagles? A TikToking douchebag brother
who's commenting on Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend's posts with, "You look good, girl." It's just so sloppy.
Do you think when all is said and done, they right the ship in Kansas City, we see Mahomes in the Super Bowl again?
And Tay-Tay in the parade?
Just when I thought I was out, he pulls me back in. I gotta watch next week now.
From Wondery, I'm Michelle Beadle.
And I'm Peter Rosenberg.
And this is Over the Top. Here is how the show works. The best stories of the week in sports and pop culture face off to crown a champion and answer the simple question: what is the undisputed most important thing on planet Earth this week? We're going to decide this the only way we know how, using Royal Rumble rules. We'll start with two stories, and we decide which one is more worthy to discuss and which one has to go. After 90 seconds, a new story will be introduced, and we'll have to decide whether we want to keep talking about our current story or switch to the new one. We don't know the order of stories coming our way, but we do decide which ones get thrown over the top rope. Peter, what's up first?
All right, our first topic for today, LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels is this year's Heisman Trophy winner. Who's he up against? The LA Lakers, the inaugural NBA in-season tournament champions. LeBron takes home the tournament MVP award. Are we talking Jaden Daniels or LeBron and the Lakers? I can tell you my vote. Here's a hint.
Tell you my vote.
Not the college football.
Yeah, the one that I watched, not the other one. So,
correct. The one that I'm familiar with a little bit.
Being said, goodbye, kind sir. Jaden Daniels. You're over the top rope, my friend. And yeah, look, did he save the in-season tournament? That seems a little harsh. I don't know that it needed to be saved. I, for one, am giving it a very strong B+ for the overall product. I'm sure tweaks will be made. But Peter, I was looking forward to it. And I found myself on Saturday being like, Michelle, make sure you get home in time to be on the couch at 5 p.m. Pacific time so you can watch it. And I did. The whole thing.
Which is basically all anyone was hoping for, right? Giving you a reason in this first quarter of the season to really have a reason to want to watch NBA basketball. And I think they did a good job with that. Now, do I think the NBA blowhard started going a little bit crazy? Like the sort of, because in my Twitter experience, for whatever that's worth, and as long as it's going to be around, which feels like fortunately the end, a lot of people that I know were taking their victory lap. Like, see, you doubted it. It was the best tournament ever. The NBA's forever changed. And I was kind of like, all right. I mean, there were cool moments. The Indiana crowd for that Celtics-Pacers game was amazing. The sort of national emergence of Tyrese Halliburton is a really nice story. And LeBron James winning the title and the inaugural MVP is exactly what you would want to try to give some gravitas to this thing. But people acting as if it was like, oh my God, every moment was must-see TV.
No.
There were games in there, dude, where the crowd that was in the local arena just knew there was a basketball game being played. And I was like, let's
You mean the
calm down.
Pelicans that got blown out by 40-something points? Yeah, that we could have done without. Completely.
Yeah, and that semifinal didn't help the cause either. But overall, I think we'd all agree that's a win.
B+?
I like B+.
Okay.
B to B+. I think that's
like
fair.
It. That's, look at us. We're doing it. All right. Oh, my. A very, very wealthy challenger is approaching. Oh, that's right. Shohei Ohtani signs a 10-year, $700 million contract with the Dodgers. Say it again. $700 million. We want to continue talking about LeBron in the in-season tournament or talk about the money? Peter, what do you got?
I think we got to go Shohei Ohtani here.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Let me. LeBron, get out of here. Woo, that felt good. All right. Go ahead. What do you got?
I'm glad you finally got a win over LeBron. This is a crazy story for a couple of reasons. Obviously, there's Shohei Ohtani, whose existence is crazy because he may be the best athlete on planet Earth right now, and maybe one of the greatest baseball talents of all time. And now he's going to be playing on the Dodgers, marquee team and market. No reason to think this can't have a real positive impact on baseball as we know it. A lot of interesting stuff here. But the number $700 million and $70 a year is absolutely insane. I mean, this is a two-way player who's basically getting paid really well at two positions.
Yeah.
And then there's the news that came a couple days after the deal, which is that $68 million a year is being deferred. And 10 years in, he's going to get himself I believe the math is it equals $1 gazillion.
Yes, I think that's right. Yeah.
10 years from now. I don't know the rules, Beadle, exactly, but this feels unfair.
It makes the Bobby Bonilla deal look hilarious at this point. Just imagine it, Peter. Imagine it. You sign a deal. It's astronomical. It's funny money. Like it does. My brain's mush just thinking about it. But then you realize at the end of this deal, towards the end, you're going to start cashing in for reals. What a stress-free life that must be. Good for him.
I mean, listen, Shohei Ohtani's the man. Like, not only is he an insane baseball player, but like he does what he wants. He operates on his own schedule. If you want to deal with Shohei Ohtani, you talk to his interpreter and manservant. When he was ready to leave Anaheim, he didn't talk to the press. He's on the first thing smoking back to Tokyo. Yep. He shows up, he does what he does, and he performs every time. That said, he's supposed to be a lovely guy. And I mean, he jumps off the page. He's fascinating in every way. And he's very, very rich.
And by the way, and pissing people off because he's doing it that way. By the way, does that mean the dog's name the entire time was Dodger? That was the rumor, right? That the dog's name was possibly the team to which he was going to eventually go. And that's why he never told us the name of his dog.
Oh.
I don't know. It's a mystery. It's an urban legend.
I still think the dog's name Brewer. All right. Our next challenger seems pretty cool.
Okay.
A 2-hour special honoring the 50th anniversary of hip-hop ended with a Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince reunion. Yes, Will Smith and Jeff Towns, a.k.a. Jazzy Jeff, hit that stage. Do we want to keep talking Shohei Ohtani or the Hip Hop 50 celebration with Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince? And don't feel any obligation.
I do feel an obligation.
No.
Just stop talking. I feel one. I want one. P.S. Flavor Flav went from what? Did he go from that to courtside at the in-season tournament final? I mean, I just love Flavor Flav so much. And no offense to Shohei Ohtani, but possibly maybe during actual baseball season we'll talk about it. Maybe not. Don't hold me to it.
No,
but
we
Peter,
have to.
No, we will. So, Mr. Ohtani, if you don't mind, please. Over the top you go. God, he's so rich. I almost feel like I shouldn't ask him to do that. But yeah, look at this. Okay, all I'm saying before I turn this over to you to like just let loose, thank goodness we're finally talking about Will Smith and not in the capacity that we've been talking about Will Smith. It's actual music that we're talking about. Go!
Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince on stage together. Super cool. Now, they had a real challenge last night because the Hip Hop 50 celebration, which Questlove put together and did a great job. They honored so many dope people. It was cool to see Diggable Planets back on stage together. Like all of these groups you really hadn't seen get their flowers in a big public way, in addition to all the classics, the TIs, the Jeezys, the YGs, but then they had all Lady of Rage doing Afro Puffs, and they had Public Enemy and LL Cool J. All these great people, but sort of a tough matchup with Sunday Night Football. I mean, they went right up against Philly, Dallas, which is not ideal.
Better to have done it tonight, not even on a Monday or a Thursday. Should do that on a Thursday.
How about a Tuesday with no football at all?
Or Tuesday.
Like,
I was thinking that he wanted to fight against football. I don't know.
I got bad news for you. That was pre-taped. We all know it because all the artists have been promoting on their social for weeks.
Fair.
I got bad news for you. Everyone's excited about Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. They were definitely watching the Eagles game last night.
Oh, man. There's a little BTS for everybody, how the sausage gets made. All right, fine. Our next challenger is an old friend. Really? We're friends already? Just days after dominating the conversation on this show, leading us on a dazzling 5-story streak. It's never happened before. It's the longest we've ever had. Zach Wilson heeded our advice. He manned up. He balled out. And they crushed the Texans, just like the script called for, 30-6. Do we continue talking about the hip-hop homage, or do we go back to Zach Wilson with positive energy this time, Peter?
How could I possibly want to talk about Zach Wilson more than something related to hip-hop greatness and celebration? But what do you say? It was a wonderful celebration. You can go watch it back. I believe it's on Paramount in full. So you can watch it there, and you can find pieces elsewhere. It's amazing. The Hip Hop 50 celebration that's been going on since last spring has been amazing. Sorry, Fresh Prince. Just like Uncle Phil used to toss Jazzy Jeff out of the Banks household by his belt loops, we're throwing you out and over the top. I got to talk about the Zach Wilson thing because this was, whoever wrote the NFL script for this season really threw us a curveball with the Houston game. Houston has been good. CJ Stroud's been amazing. This is a team that's really vying for the playoffs. The Jets are finito. There's nothing left. We've seen what we need to see. Zach Wilson stinks. He has no confidence whatsoever. Oh yeah. 27 of 36, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Are you kidding me, Zach Wilson? Just when I thought I was out, he pulls me back in. I got to watch next week now.
Of course you do. And not only because of that, because now it's being reported that Aaron Rodgers has been, quote, medically cleared to play on Christmas Eve. It's a soap opera. It never stops. And by the way, how awkward must it be? Like if you're Robert Saleh and you bring Zach over, it's raining, it's miserable conditions, and you're just like, good job. But he has to know that the world's against him and you can't trust anyone. It's like the Sopranos in there. You can't trust anybody in that locker room. It's just you on an island, Zach. You on an island.
Are we talking Tommy DeVito or Zach Wilson?
No, I'm never going to talk unless I'm forced again to talk about Tommy Cutlets. I'm not doing it.
In this case, let's keep it to Zach Wilson. That was a poor joke because you referenced The Sopranos. But yes,
I get it, but I refuse to give him those props.
I appreciate you
because he calls them cutlets.
The Zach Wilson thing is an incredible drama, and Jets fans have to ask themselves, do you really want to see Rodgers play at this point? Or are you now just curious to see, can Zach Wilson give you like a few games in a row where he actually raises his trade value and you maybe like get something for him? Because what's the point of Rodgers coming? They're not winning the Super Bowl this year.
The reason he would come back is because Aaron Rodgers wants the world to know that Aaron Rodgers will be the first to do it. That's why.
That's not a good enough reason.
Yeah, it's not a good reason. It's his reason.
Yeah, and at this point, I think he's starting to know it's not happening. I think he knows, Rodgers, that this is not a good idea. Yeah, last week with McAfee, he sort of started, finding a way to be like, well, we'll see, blah, 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 vaccine joke, I'm smarter than you, I'm better than you, we'll see. So, I
don't know, dude.
You still think he might?
I still think he would, just for the sake of showing the world that, like, he wants to be the footnote, the one, the first, the guy. Like, there'll be, and then the stories of the legend would grow. It's like he wasn't playing for anything but honor and legacy. Christmas Eve, miracles, like the whole thing. It's just, bleh. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And this time he made it 6 plays before injuring himself horribly in front of everyone.
Miracle my ass.
Does anybody really process? Because it was sad at the time.
Oh, it's still almost surreal.
But we need some distance to appreciate. Your man ran out on TV going full Hulk Hogan. Flag. And as he planted the flag into his own foot and keeled over. That's basically what happened.
That would be amazing.
It's pretty remarkable. All right. Our final challenger before the break is approaching. And guess who it is? Maybe the MVP of this show when you think about it. Probably. You know who I'm talking about. My boo-boo, Tay-Tay. Taylor Swift named the Time Person of the Year. I know this is going to be tough. Are we talking Zach Wilson or Taylor Swift Person of the Year?
Well, Peter, obviously, when you think about legacies and what each has accomplished, it's neck and neck. My dog is so angry about any of those things.
Your dog doesn't like Tay-Tay?
No, I think she does. I think she's chosen. It's the cat that put her over. I'm sorry, Zach Wilson. You were great. We love you. We are really on your side. But no, you have to go. Because the year 2023 is Taylor Swift's year.
It is.
She's a billionaire. Her tour is one of the biggest tours in the history of the planet. She brought her cat to the cover shoot, which speaks to us as animal lovers. Like, I have my dog at work. You have your dog at work. Like, if I ever made any kind of an award situation, the dog's coming with me. And for that, and you read about all the stories and the tons and tons. And when I say tons of money, I mean 6 and 7 figures of money that she gives. It stops on the tour. As much as I have mocked her voice and her songwriting ability and the music itself, and I will continue to do those things because I am true to myself, I think as a person, she's incredible. I got nothing but positive.
And it was a dominating, I mean, this was a year to be had. She put out new music. She redid old music. Her tour was insane. The movie, she's dating Travis Kelce. So everyone's talked. She somehow infiltrated football. Like, you could say whatever you want. And Beadle and I are apt. As you know, neither of us are true like Taylor Swift people.
No.
But I appreciate greatnest. You know what I mean? Like, I put everything aside. I just watched and it wasn't great, but it was worth watching. I watched the Thriller 40th anniversary documentary on Showtime.
Okay.
And it's not the greatest Michael Jackson documentary. They did an off the wall one, which was, I think, done better. But I just appreciate, no matter who the person is, seeing someone at like the absolute pinnacle of greatness that's unimaginable. And that's where Taylor Swift is right now, whether you're a fan of her music or not. There's no denying, in this moment, she is the most famous and acclaimed person on planet Earth. We got to just live in it.
She is the moment, as the cool kids say. And by the way, this thing comes out, this actual episode we're doing right now. Happy birthday, Taylor. We did it on purpose. Wow. Our entire lives are molded by Taylor Swift.
Happy birthday.
What do you get a billionaire for her birthday, dude? Good luck, Travis. Oof.
Yeah, that is tough.
That's a toughie. Let's think about it. All right, we're going to take a break so we can think about it. We are halfway through the show, and right now, rightfully so, the most important topic of the day, the week, the month, the year is Taylor Swift. We'll be back. Welcome back to Over the Top. Right now, Peter, it's not shocking, right? Taylor Swift sitting atop the mountain, as she
deserves
should.
It.
But we need a challenger. What do you got?
I'd love to see Tay-Tay go on a run for the whole second half of the show. You know what I mean?
It could happen.
Here comes an angry challenger. Oh, sorry. You're gone, Tay-Tay. But it's related to you.
That was it?
Yeah, because it's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Absolutely turning heel on the world this past Sunday when he flipped out at the end of the Chiefs-Bills game after a Chiefs spectacular go-ahead lateral touchdown, music miracle at Jace, R.I.P. Frank Wycheck, was wiped away after a Kadarius Toney offsides call. Are we talking Taylor Swift, or are we talking about the Chiefs' heel turn?
Look, Taylor Swift, we've talked about her. She's been talked about. There's no shortage of that. So, Taylor, kindly, if you don't mind showing yourself out, because this was a moment. Patrick Mahomes losing his shit.
I mean,
I haven't seen it. I don't know that we'll see it again. My favorite part, Peter, and I don't know if you agree with me on this, is the idea of going up to Josh Allen, who just won the game, by the way, and was preparing to have to go back out there and scramble and get some points, just basically telling him, yeah, cool, good win, garbage call, absolute BS, F this, F that. I was like, okay, awkward.
Listen, I don't know Patrick Mahomes, okay?
Not yet.
He could be a lovely, and probably is a lovely person. This was not his best moment. For so many reasons, dude. I mean, first of all, you can give me all the reasons why the refs shouldn't have called it. Fair. I've heard many people arguing for why. Dude, you could see from a space shuttle, he was a half yard offsides. The flag went up instantly. It wasn't one of those, where did that come from? The whole play you're watching, be like, I see a yellow thing in the corner. This play is not going to count. Here's what bothers me. The Chiefs are the Warriors of football, right? The Kansas City Chiefs are the Golden State Warriors. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes is Steph Curry.
100%.
Why are you acting like Draymond Green, bro?
I like what you did.
You're supposed to be Steph Curry, and you're freaking out like Draymond. That was, dude, if you want to yell at someone, you got to man up and yell at Kadarius Toney. It felt like you were scared to yell at Toney, and so you yelled at the ref. It was real. There's so much more on this. Let's see what's next.
I know, because I agree with you. There's more to it. It wasn't just that moment. So coming in hot, Chris Rock. This was already starting out. Ali Wong and the host of the podcast Smartless. Oh my God. All declined to host the Golden Globes. So we're talking Bateman, Arnett, and Hayes, plus Chris Rock and Ali Wong. So do we continue talking about Patrick Mahomes and the meltdown that was, or the fact that ain't nobody want this gig? And Peter, we could volunteer for it ourselves.
First of all, Smartless, great show. Wondery, they do a hell of a job. Hell of a program.
Real, yeah.
Ali Wong, Chris Rock, fantastic, top of
Brilliant.
the game. But I'm good. I mean, I don't even know the Golden Globe story. Bring me back the days of offensive Ricky Gervais. Am I allowed to say that still? I enjoyed those days. I think there's way more meat on the Patrick Mahomes bone, if you will. Long, Golden Globes. Let's stay right here for a second, because there's also this element of Patrick Mahomes, who's a bit of a Nepo baby. I mean, when you think about it, he's born to a professional athlete dad. It's been his whole life, right?
Genes are good, yeah.
He grew up in Shea Stadium, like with his dad as a pitcher, and he's a little kid.
Awesome.
And then he's lived a very charmed life, I think we all could say. His team is still going to win the division. It's not like, okay, so you can argue he melted down because he's finally facing some adversity. And that's a fair argument.
And that's fair.
And I would just say, and it's barely any adversity. Yeah, they're not as good this year, but they still are in great position. You know what everyone's saying? Oh my God, the Chiefs might have to play a road playoff game.
The road. Say it ain't so. Can they do that? Do they?
Wait, and by the way, with respect to our great producer, Andrew Goldstein, his obsession with the Eagles, weren't the Eagles potentially rooked in the Super Bowl by a bad call that led to the Chiefs winning? And you're crying over a regular season game? The whole thing optically made him look like such a baby Beadle who's never dealt with anything. I'm sorry, it looked weak.
They're not used to this. Like you said, that this is sort of not their vibe. They like to be sort of a little bit ahead of the race and not have to worry about things like this, like going on the road and playing. And let's be honest, he has Travis Kelce, and then what? Dudes that don't seem to know what the hell is going on.
They're not. That's who you need to be yelling at, is every single part of your receiver core.
It's like when your loved one is you say, oh God, it's a little cold in here, and they snap at you. It's not about you or the temperature in the room. It's everything else that's piling up and starting to feel that heat. That's all it is. That's all it is.
It just felt like the yelling at the ref felt like a week. It's way...
And double down. You had time after the game to be like, I cooled off. I saw it. I was wrong. Nope.
Also then complain to your opponent about all of it was so bad.
And P.S., can Brittany Mahomes just stop? Just please stop.
Well, but that's the part we still haven't gotten into yet.
Oh, there's more meat on the bone. Okay.
The next challenger is a big one, literally.
Don't you do this. Don't do it. I hope, if I know where you're going, I'm going to be angry.
Per reports, the Pelicans have repeatedly stressed that Zion Williamson's weight and conditioning need to improve. But he, quote, doesn't listen.
Oh, he listens.
Are we staying with Patrick Mahomes or going Zion? Is it possible to hit Zion for a minute but then stay Mahomes?
Is that against the rules?
I think we have a second to decide. Make your case for the Zion story.
Can we stop already with the Zions? He's fine. He's just a big boned dude, period. And he's living in New Orleans. It's not his fault you put him in the third greatest American city for food. What do you want? Maybe fourth? Maybe second? Depends on who you ask.
I was about to say, there are people who would argue it's right at the top of the list. So
it's a tough one, actually.
Yeah, by the way, that is true. If you have a big boned player, do you want to send them to the capital of fried catfish and beignets?
Peter, I think I speak for everyone, especially that one person that said it best. Leave Zion alone. He's trying his best.
Are you being the leave Brittany alone guy?
I wish. I always wanted to be that guy. And now I finally get to.
Leave Zion alone. He just wants to have a beignet. All right, I think Zion is fine. See yourself out. You're going to be good. Maybe stop by a Weight Watchers meeting, but either way, you're going to be fine. I'm just
Fat shaming must stop.
I have the app. It's very helpful. Back to Patrick Mahomes.
Okay,
and the heel turn of the Kansas City Chiefs. Not only do you have Mahomes just acting like a total baby and then doubling down on it, right?
That's the problem, yeah.
But then you look up at that Chiefs owner's box. The collection of obnoxious heels that exist just in the Mahomes family, plus the Hunt family. And now on top of that, you add the number one superstar on planet Earth. They're sort of like the Patriots.
Yes.
Meet the Cowboys. Meet the
Yankees of
It's all there. Brittany Mahomes, she's rough. She was complaining on social media about the call too.
I know.
You've got
witty.
a TikToking douchebag brother
who's commenting on Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend's posts with "You look good, girl." It's just so sloppy. It's dirty and it's incestuous.
And by the way, then we
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I love what you did there. And then we have to take Patrick Mahomes' very pretty hair, which he then wears a little bandana around, like.
That
Let's
looks
be honest.
like a head wound, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be real. Like, Patrick, we've ignored a lot of Patrick Mahomes' sort of douchery that surrounds him for a long time. I think Sunday was really just an excuse for us to be like, you know what?
I know.
Patrick does have a lot of douchiness about him. And you screaming like a baby made it more obvious.
But the heel turn might be what puts them over the top. Maybe they need this moment. Maybe
you know
they
what?
do.
It's a great point. Jay-Z has a line about that. Long enough to make a good guy become the villain or a hero become the villain. You get the idea eventually.
Yeah, live long enough. No, I thought it was Batman. There's Two-Face. Live long enough to...
Yeah, you're right. It was Jay-Z. It was definitely Jay-Z referencing Two-Face, but you get the idea.
Nietzsche, then Two-Face. All right, there is a profanity-laced challenger. Ooh, that's my kind. Headed to the ring. During a live stream, oh, God. Paul Pierce, old buddy, old friend, said that Embiid, Luka Doncic, Giannis, Tatum, and Jokic are all better than LeBron today. Here is a taste of Kevin Garnett's reaction.
Right because you talk about you act like you don't nigga know basketball. You don't know basketball, bro. Cupcake. You talking that goofy NBA. Shit. You talking Bron. We're not talking about body of work. Because you talking about then cupcake. They put none of them in front of Bron. I'm taking Shea Gilgeous over Bron right now. No way. That's crazy.
Okay, do we want to continue talking about Mahomes, the Chiefs, and the heel turn, or switch to KG and Paul Pierce's just a friendly battle and potty mouths at that?
Okay, I hadn't heard that yet, so I'm thrilled that I've heard it. I don't know that we need to do more than hear it though. Like, is there?
Fair.
Is there more to do with it? It was Paul Pierce made a ridiculous claim, which by the way, that's my dude. Okay, that's the truth.
Love him.
That guy, he brought me my only adult NBA championship. Love Paul Pierce. But he said something ridiculous. He got sunned by his friend pretty meanly. And that's it. Like, what else is there to say about it, right?
I mean, look, I worked with Paul Pierce for a few years doing NBA Countdown. He's probably one of my favorite people I've ever worked with. So many laughs, most of them inappropriate. But this is on brand for Paul. He's not a LeBron guy. And I kind of respect that he dug his heels in and went with it. I don't believe it. And for me to say that hurts, but no.
Yeah, I don't believe that he believes it, but it was very entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining. Love it. Love that they get along. They're besties. But I think we can go back to Mahomes because you know what I want to do right now, Peter? And I'm sorry, gentlemen, if you don't mind. God, we're going to get cussed out by KG just to throw him over the top rope.
Yeah, sorry, KG. Love you too.
It's an honor, though. What do we think is next? Do we think that this is enough to propel them? Because sometimes when you feel like, and it could be just a complete fabrication, but nonetheless, if you feel like it's you against the world and the world is against y'all, this could be dangerous for the rest of the league. Now, I don't think it's going to manifest some offensive weapons all of a sudden, not named Travis Kelce, but Patrick Mahomes, maybe he finds a way.
You know what? That's a really interesting point because this is a team that obviously needs a boost. They've lost 2 straight, one at Green Bay, and then they lose at home to the Bills. By the way, the Bills are just a regular season problem. Yeah. However, they have some get-right games sitting right in front of them, okay? Mm-hmm. Patriots, Raiders, Burrow-less Bengals, back-to-back-to-back. That is either get right and get on a roll before the playoffs, or like complete meltdown, entire seasons in question. You lose a game to New England, you've got some splaining to do. So maybe this is the exact right timing. You have a tough loss against Buffalo, and now you bounce back and sort of rally. But I'll tell you, this is a team that, like, offensively, they just don't look the same. They're not intimidating. Travis Kelce looks like he got older overnight.
That's what love does. Love ages you. There we are.
I mean, give you weak knees.
Look at us. We're in our 20s. People don't know that, but we're also just in love. So
you know what, Beadle? Such a good point by you. Speaking of young love, Bronny James made his USC debut with his dad in attendance. Do we continue talking Mahomes meltdown and the Chiefs or move on to Bron?
Well, now I'm torn. I mean, this was a USC loss, but of course that's not really the story here, is it? Bronny James suffered a very scary medical incident that no parent wants to have to go through with their child. But I don't, like the KG Paul Pierce, I don't know what else to say about it, unless you can convince me otherwise, Mr. Rosenberg.
Yeah, like it's a cool story, but I think we're lying to ourselves. If we were to really end today and we'd say the number one story in the world is Bronny James, I'd say, you know what? We're losing credibility as a news outlet.
What are we, ESPN? No, we're not going to end like that.
Excuse me. So, yeah, I listen, it's dope. I'm glad to see LeBron there. It worked out. He got to win on Saturday. Sunday, he's there.
Bronny, we wish you the best, except for right now when we throw you over the top.
Listen, this is a long run now, but doesn't it make sense that we're still talking about Mahomes' meltdown? This is a guy who has basically been America's darling for 6 years. To have him have a curse-laden meltdown when he's clearly in the wrong, by the way, and you add it all up, I guess here's the question, though.
Yeah, talk to me.
Who's in worse shape at this moment? The Kansas City Chiefs or the Philadelphia Eagles, who got their ass handed to them? I mean, at least the Chiefs played close with the Bills.
I think the story of the Eagles this year, and we will find out when it's all said and done, is all of those quote-unquote ugly wins that they squeaked by. We've been waiting to see, okay, that's all fine and good until it matters. Can you squeak? And then we saw what happened against the Cowboys, and you're like, maybe not. And which, by the way, I don't even know what to do with the Cowboys now. Is this really it? Is this year possibly going to be something? Tell me it ain't so. It can't be.
You know what's the weirdest thing? And I know we're talking Patrick Mahomes here, but it's led us to the Cowboys.
It really did.
That's the dominance of football, though. What can you do? I'm a, as you know, I'm a lifelong Washington fan. The Cowboys, that is the classic rival. They are
arch nemesis. Yep.
A weird part of me, though, would be interested to see them finally go somewhere and play a big game. I know everyone's like, I was always like this about Duke, too, who I hated. I always thought the tournament was more interesting when Duke was playing because I want to get to root against them.
Because you want to hate something.
Yeah, especially if my team stinks.
Yeah.
Like, would I not love to see the Cowboys lose in the NFC Championship? Oh, that would be thrilling.
And they would.
And they would, you'd think. But, like, also, is anyone in the league better than Dak Prescott right now?
Yeah,
Dak Prescott is better.
Schmuck Schmurdy. Don't at me, bro.
He is pretty damn good, too. But Dak is better than Patrick Mahomes at this moment.
Well, look, Dak hasn't had to this is 2 games in a row now. We've seen Kansas City come down to the wire with the potential to have Patrick Mahomes' magic end it, and both ended in bizarre ref whistles and sort of anticlimactic endings. Yeah, Dak hasn't had to do any of that. Look, you can make the argument.
All right, let's keep it football. Our final challenger of the show, taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and also everything else we talked about. The Eagles' head of security,
oh dear,
Big Dom DeSandro, was not allowed on the sidelines this week. Philly was then crushed by Dallas, as we know. Do we want to keep talking about Mahomes, kind of, or the DeSandro situation? It seems only right that we stay where we were, which honestly brought us to the Eagles and Cowboys anyway. But Beadle, how is the Mahomes meltdown not the story of the week?
It is the story of the week. And I don't know that celebrating a man who could not do the job for which he is paid because he was basically told by the league, you're not allowed in the building. I don't know that that's a feel-good story, America. It's not how you do your job.
I know, and the idea that Philly fans are like, the problem is we need DeSandro back. If we get DeSandro back, we win that game. I guarantee it.
This is rigged. The league took DeSandro off the sidelines and we lost. Coincidence? I don't think so. Yeah, no, sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Eagles, take your tush push, your shitty defense, and your meathead security chief, and get the hell out of my ring. Back to the Mahomes of it all. Do you think when all is said and done, they right the ship in Kansas City and we see Mahomes in the Super Bowl again?
And Tay-Tay in the parade? Interesting. I like that.
Or at least in the suite.
Well, would she be in the parade, though, if they won the Super Bowl? All the girlfriends and wives have been. Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend was with him on the parade route.
Can you imagine the security nightmare it would cause if
it's
Tay-Tay
worse
was
than the president of the United States at that point, I would think.
That would be
Maybe.
a lot. But what do you think? Do they pull it together?
Here's the thing that Patrick Mahomes has done for the game of football and his own personal legacy. Just like the end of these games that we have just been discussing, specifically the one that he had the meltdown over. With less than 2 minutes on the clock, name me another dude in that league that has you sitting on your couch with no distractions, because you know if there's anyone that can make magic happen in the final 90-something seconds of a football game, it's Patrick freaking Mahomes. So as long as they have him, I am not willing to rule them out of anything, which is a pretty strong statement considering what we've seen out of them offensively so far this season.
It's a really interesting point because he is that dude. But that's the second week in a row where I didn't really think he was going to do it.
He did do it. That play, that Travis Kelce lateral, first of all, it would have been a hell of an ending. And granted, there would still been a little time left and Josh Allen was prepared and we would have seen. And P.S., they only needed a field goal. I don't even know what the heck they were doing. P.S., SSP.
And by the way, you're probably right. With that amount of time left, though, we would have all celebrated that moment. Then the Bills would have gotten the ball back, moved the ball 50 yards, kicked a field goal, and won the game. That's the other part about football right now. Anybody who has 30 seconds left in the game, you just assume is getting points. But I will agree, until he's dethroned as that dude, Patrick Mahomes is that dude. But I will say, for as flawed as he is, the guy standing in the other locker room wearing number 17, he's pretty appealing at the end of a game, too. Let's just be real. Josh Allen is special.
I loved his reaction. He's just trying to hug it out after the game. He's just like, yeah, okay, buddy, I'll text you later. That's 90 seconds, which means it's happened. It has happened. It was such a big moment in Patrick Mahomes' entire catalog that the new, undisputed, most important thing on planet Earth this week is the Mahomes meltdown.
AKA the Chiefs heel turn, AKA Tay-Tay's torture, AKA Britney's
bomb.
The Britney bomb. You get the idea. I think we did it right, though. I think this is what the topic was this week.
Did this formula work for us?
I think so. I think we're starting to become a legitimate journalistic output. You're like Lester Holt, and I'm like Peter Jennings. God rest his soul. That's it for us. Tune in next week to determine the only thing you need to care about and what goes over the top.